your heart can stand it. Following this overtime thriller. Coming up next, the Dirty Dozen starring Lee Marvin. Stay with us right after the game here on TNT. 109-108 Chicago. 2:17 remaining. It is Cleveland basketball.
Cleveland has 14 fouls, Bob. So right now Chicago is in the penalty. Chicago only 2. So Cleveland right now still not shooting free throws. You see fouls. Jordan 4, Pippen 5, Paxson out. Williams, Zeno, Nance all with 5. I still, and I don't want to belabor the point. B.J. Armstrong against Mark Price. Watch what happens in that matchup here in the last 2 minutes and 17 seconds of this game.
Williams will inbound. See if they run Price off the screens here.
This might be that triple, that 4 screens. Here comes Price, 4 screens.
There's 1. Here's 2.
Here comes
3.
Nance cleaning it up. Right
There's
there.
4.
And you count it right there.
And the shot. No, we needed that to fall.
That's the play. Mark Price looked over here and he smiled at me. Did you see? Huh?
He looked right at the bench at Doug Collins and said, all right, you said we'd do it. We did it. I should have hit the jumper. Minute 52 to go. Chicago leading it by 1. Jordan doesn't get the opportunity to score his 2 from the field, but Jordan at the free throw line just may set his all-time career high scoring record in this game tonight, and you folks are watching it. Jordan with 63, tying his high set in 86 versus Boston in 2 overtimes. Nance went out on the foul. He's fouled out. That obviously significant as Bennett, Doherty, and Williams are at the front line now. Michael Jordan just set his career scoring record of 64 points.
You know what happens again with being in the penalty now, the severity of that is that every time Michael puts it on the floor and is fouled, he's stepping up and shooting 2 free throws. So when he beats you on the drive, you've got to hope to get help without fouling him. That's a very difficult thing to try to do.
I can't think about anything except maybe Michael will get 70. Minute 40 to go.
It
Probably
could happen if you start fouling.
Chicago by 3. Here's Price looking for Doherty inside. Cartwright was holding him. Doherty backs in, misses the shot, but will go to the free throw line. Brad Doherty goes to the line.
I tell you, Mark Price, it's so funny, because coaches have things they like to do in critical times. And Mark Price, when he ran that play, looked over and smiled because we talked about that before the game.
4 screens. It was fun counting them. Mark Price is still laughing every time he looks over at Doug Collins.
And we only played these guys 22 times the last 2 years.
He's glad you weren't coaching because actually it worked to perfection. He just missed the shot. Had you been coaching, you would have known that, of course, and probably had somebody take him down on about the 3rd screen.
You're right.
Right or wrong.
You're right.
1-point Chicago lead. B.J. Armstrong looking for Jordan. There he is. Winston Bennett guarding him now. Jordan pulls up from 13. He'll go to the line again.
See, there's the bump. Now Michael goes to the line, shooting 2 free throws. You got Winston Bennett playing Michael, and that's a foul that if you're going to put Michael on the line on that, Michael's going to get his 70. Watch this now. Michael knows penalty. He drives it. That's pretty incidental contact in a game like this to put Michael on with a game of this importance to put a Michael Jordan on the foul line.
That's 66 points for Jordan. I hope you folks have seen this from the beginning. Michael Jordan has been spectacular. Cleveland has mounted a courageous effort trying to beat Chicago here. Cleveland has 8 wins in a row here at home. They're trying to move into that 8th and final playoff spot in the Eastern Conference.
Interesting substitution now. Lett is in the ball game for B.J. Armstrong. I'm sure defensively, Mark Price ought to try to take the ball at him.
3-point Chicago lead. 1:07 remaining. Jordan has 67. Price goes for 3. Not this time. Lost out of bounds. It'll be Cleveland ball with 57.4 remaining.
See, Lett that time when the ball went in the post left Mark Price. His job right now is to stay with Mark Price. Do not leave him and let him get that shot off.
Mark Price gets it to Williams. He's going to take it into the paint hard. He draws the foul on the drive, and John Williams will go to the free throw line. By the way, in case you're wondering, Jordan with 67 points. Wilt Chamberlain once scored 100. I guess everybody knows that back in 62. After that, it was Wilt with 78. These are all-time top performances in regular season play. Chamberlain had 73 in 62. Chamberlain had 73